Hello, everybody. This is Oil Runners broadcast with Kristen All Love, and we have LUXX Beachbody. Well, Coach LUXX coming at you live for health and fitness with the deluxe edition. So we're just gonna go into BMI and calories and whatever else information that we're gonna be getting that he's gonna be giving us. We'll just let's see. Yeah, we'll just definitely do that. And then, so I got my pen and paper ready for real. Well, obviously you can't see it, but pen and paper ready. So get your pen and paper ready and ask questions, please. And if you want to come on, let us know in the chats and we'll be all right. So if you want to introduce yourself, Coach, and go
Yes,
forward.
yes, I go by Coach Lux. My friends call me Lux, and I'm very pleased to be here, and I'm gonna try to answer questions to the best of my ability. I have my pad here in case there's something I do not know, because everybody's got their own special case, and everybody's got their own the BMI in America, it varies. So it really depends on that person's height versus their body mass, divided by the square of body height. So again, if we're going to cover that, if anybody has any questions about that, go ahead and feel free to answer it. And anything I don't know, I will do my best to answer it to the best of my ability and accurately.
Okay. So anybody that missed it, that's I've seen somebody come on. If you have any questions about anything about the weight, losing weight and health and fitness, please feel free to contact in the chat or come on and speak about it. Um, I know that a question is what is BMI?
BMI, again, it's pardon me. All right, I can tell you right now, it's a person's height versus their weight. What I gave the example before, like the average male, I believe, is around 160 pounds at 5'9".
Mm-hmm.
So at 5'9", the average male should be 160 pounds. That's the example of BMI. And it will determine whether or not you're over. It will determine whether or not you're too big for your height, or you don't have enough fat. So again, it's just a good way to decide where you're at as far as healthy body weight is concerned.
Okay. Is there like certain ways that they check your BMI?
Yes, you step on the scale.
This
How
is
tall are you versus how much you weigh. Um, BMI is definitely defined as a body mass divided by the square of the body height. It is expressed in units of kilograms, and the result from mass in kilograms and height in meters. And that, my friend, is the primary definition according to Wikipedia.
okay. It's a good definition for real. Um, so I guess that the calories. How much fat should you eat daily in a caloric intake?
Well, for fat in adults is 20% to 30% of total calories from fat. That is about 44 grams to 77 grams of fat per day if you eat 2,000 calories. So if you're female, and I said before, it should be around 1,000 to 1,200
Mm-hmm.
daily. So, and that's just to sustain health. If you're eating 2,000 calories, you're eating the same amount of 2,000 plus. You're eating the same amount of calories that a man should eat. A full-grown man with extreme tensile strength and mass. So if you're not, if you're bigger than a man at your height, then it's time to be honest with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're wondering, how tall are you versus how much you weigh? And there are charts that can show you this too. So it's not, it's not a mystery. There are charts that can show you this. And
Okay.
it's also it's a good thing to know, because then you know what your target weight should be when you're working out, and settle for nothing less.
Okay. Well,
So
hey,
less. What's that?
Sister Yvonne, the lady that you talked to last time.
Hey, Yvonne, how you doing? I hope I get to hear some good news this week.
Yeah, how did your challenge go, Sister Yvonne? Okay, so what are some foods that have barely any calories that is good to eat, and keep on hand?
Well, okay. You can eat a food that doesn't have much. You can eat a food that doesn't have many calories in it, but in excess, does it really matter? It's really about it's about your calorie intake versus calorie out, calories in versus calories out, the calories you take in versus the calories you burn. So it really, I mean, if you're planning on burning a lot of fat, right, then clearly you need to be exerting more energy than you're taking in.
Right.
And if you're trying to gain weight, you need to be exerting less energy than the energy that you take in.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Sister Yvonne said, I did go beyond my goal weight.
She went beyond her goal weight.
Mm-hmm. Lost 4 pounds. That's awesome.
She lost 4 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
What was her? So her goal weight was 3?
I guess.
3 pounds
what
lost?
Was your goal weight, Yvonne?
Oh, so she's saying in addition to the 12 of last week and prior, so on and so forth? Is that what I'm hearing?
I'm guessing. We'll find out.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys want to come on, let me know. That way it's easier. And then Brother Ian, he said, dealing with the subject of BMI, I am 5'8", 145 to 150 pounds. Is that healthy for someone of my age and size? Because I have never been more than 155 pounds all my life. Just wondering.
Wait, okay. You're 5'8", and you're 145 pounds.
Do you see this on the screen?
Yes. Is that it?
Okay.
I just said a 5'9" man that is 160 pounds is the ideal BMI for an average male. So it's shaky because some people say 5'8", some people say 5'9" is the average. But according to this, if it's 160 for 5'9" and you're 5'8", and you're 140 to 150 pounds, let's say you're pretty healthy, or even you can stand to gain a little bit of weight. But you're far from unhealthy. I mean, also I can't say that because it depends on what you eat too. You can have the BMI of a healthy dude and eat terribly, and it's just because your metabolism is up there and it's not at a slow crawl. But as far as your BMI is concerned, man, it sounds like you're doing okay.
Okay.
A lot of people add into that muscle mass, and muscle does weigh more than fat. But you can be honest with yourself, and you can tell if you're standing in the mirror whether or not you have more fat than you have muscle. And that just takes honesty, because a lot of people try to lie to themselves. A lot of people lie to themselves, and they say that, oh, I'm just a muscular person. I got a lot of muscle. So, but you can really tell. I was at 138, and now I'm at 100.
That's awesome.
All right. So you're 5'6". Wow, I would have pegged you as taller. That's actually okay. 5'6", I believe it should be. It went from 120 maybe. I'm not gonna. Don't quote me on this one. I'm gonna have to look this one up. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
But that's actually awesome, Yvonne. I'm
very pleased that you lost that weight, and keep up the good work.
True.
1 second.
Oh, did you need that?
Did she say 140 pounds? 134 pounds? She's at 134 pounds?
Yes.
She's not playing, man.
Nope. Oh, she's a hard worker. Trust me.
Yeah, she's not playing. And that's what I
That's
like to
true.
see too. Like I like to see results anyway.
Determination.
Yeah, so I mean, for a woman, I don't think like you're right in that area. You're 134 pounds. I'll tell you what, yeah, you're better off than a lot of women and a lot of modern women right now in America. However, I believe you're around the safe zone here. It's not a terrible BMI. It sounds accurate. At 5'6", 134. You could stand to probably lose about 10 more pounds, 15 more pounds. So, but you're not terribly off. I've met women that are 5'6", and they're 250, 260 pounds. And, it's not to shame them, but it is what it is. Their BMI is what it is. There's no denying that.
Right, and I'm
So,
five
but
four.
I'm not going to tell you to stop losing weight, because you can still stand to lose more weight.
Oh, she says
Very
very
determined.
determined.
Indeed, you should be. To build body mass, turn into muscle. And in what ways, Ian Reed, did you try to gain weight purposefully to build body mass and turn into muscle? Because you don't turn fat into muscle. The fat doesn't transform into muscle. All you're doing is feeding the muscle. But the fat doesn't become muscle. To look like a skeleton. Well,
Pretty much looking like a sickly and all that stuff. A proper.
1 second, I've got to blow my nose again. For anybody wondering why I'm going to keep leaving the screen, is because I've been fighting this cold, trying to attack my immune system, but I've been going hard, man. I get up, I go to the gym. It's not stopping me. And I have a personal gym, so I don't have to worry about anybody else getting sick. But yes, I do have a cold, I believe, where I'm being attacked. And they do exist. Colds still exist. So I definitely have that. I'm going to blow my nose, and I'll be right back to answer that question.
Okay. Yeah, because this has actually been helping me, y'all. He has been very, very good with me. We sat down with a nice meal and stuff like that. And I literally am looking into I just got rid of all my butter yesterday. So I had to do a whole goodbye funeral to the butter. And so I'm going to be using EVOO. And I looked at all my canned goods. I'm switching all that out. I'm giving all that away and doing what I need to do. And, I got some chicken breast. I swear I don't like chicken breast, but I'm going to do it. And I'm determined on that. And so, because of this man, it's helping me out.
Okay, Yvonne Adams, you're not going to look like a skeleton, because it sounds to me that you're not building any muscle. And it's important for everybody to build muscle, not just males, but females as well. You have to have a nice frame. So you definitely want to start focusing on building muscle as well. You don't just want to lose weight and then you're going to have your ribs showing and your skeleton showing. But your BMI, again, is healthy. And make sure you're incorporating exercises like weightlifting, light weights and stuff, to start building muscle mass as well. And you don't have to worry about looking like a skeleton then. Eating healthy foods, a lot of protein shakes, gym, exercise, etc. and junk. At least gain 10 to 15 pounds of okay. A lot of people, okay, this is debatable. A lot of people will drink protein shakes prior to their workout. And this seems logical, but it will slow you down. It's going to slow you down throughout the process of your workout. If you eat, what happens? The body needs to rest in order to burn, or in order to store the fat. So if you're eating that and then you're working out, you're not. I prefer to drink protein after my workouts. Now I get gains, incredible gains when I do that afterwards, because now I'm feeding my muscles all the nutrients, and they're nice, and my blood is flowing, and everything is like in shock. I'm shocking my muscles. And if you want to gain weight, my man, you're going to have a lot of protein intake. If you're doing heavy weights, or if you're working out a lot, you're gonna have to eat a lot of protein, man. You have to eat a lot, dude, if you want to gain weight, muscle mass. No, don't cheat yourself when you're in the gym. Finish your sets. Lift heavy weights for gains.
Mm-hmm.
Lightweight, more reps. That's for cut. If you want to cut, smoothies, protein shakes. In the past, right now, because of certain circumstances going on. What are your circumstances, Ian Reed? Let me know what your circumstances are, and I'll let you know if that's something you can get around, or something that you may be stopping yourself from doing.
Ian, if you have time, I gave you the link to come in. That way it's a lot easier for you. Let's go with smoothies, no, Coach.
Smoothies?
Yeah. So what is a good smoothie?
A good smoothie, a lot of people like to put peanut butters, stay away from chocolate and stuff like that in your protein. You can get, I'm trying to think, like muscle milk.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a dried milk, and it's got a lot of proteins in it. I mean, a lot of them usually consist of milk. I'd stay away from soy, but muscle milk's a pretty good one. If you want natural protein, just when you're done, try to eat chicken breast. Natural protein is chicken breast, fish. Fish is a lean meat. And have your meals, and don't, if you're going to work out again, have your meals like maybe a half hour afterwards, after your workouts. Make sure you hydrate yourself. You can have a little snack beforehand. Don't get carried away. Protein bar or something like that. Work yourself, man. Push yourself when you're in the gym. Don't skip reps, and don't worry about finishing your reps either, because muscle failure produces gains. It also lets you know that you pushed yourself to the max. So if you're in the gym and you could put more weight on than what you did, but you want to finish your reps, you get the feeling of completion, but you didn't actually push yourself to the limit. And I'm not saying hurt yourself, but don't be afraid to have muscle failure when you're in the gym. Sometimes having somebody work out with you, you can feed off each other's energy. Afterwards, a lot of gyms, they have different types of proteins. I personally don't. The muscle milk is fine, but other than that, I personally don't know. There's like 1,000 different proteins and stuff that you can take, including the old school creatine and all types of other stuff. I will probably stay away from too. If you want to do it the healthy way, my man, just get chicken breast, man. If you're a meat eater, stay away from steaks and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah, he's trying to come on for you.
Not protein shakes.
That's been up. Yeah.
Oh, it's the same thing. Is he coming on?
Yeah. Sorry, that's why it looked like I was not paying attention. I was getting him on here. Oh man. So what's a K-Cow?
Come again?
The K-Cow? K-C-A-L? K-C-A-L?
A K-Cow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to be honest with you. I don't know what a K-Cow is.
Like that, I keep hearing about K-Cows, and I'm like, okay.
Maybe I don't put it that way. I don't know. Give me a second here. Is that like short for calorie?
I don't know. Like I have, I just keep hearing it, and the K-Cow. I don't even know if I'm saying it. I just know it's K-C-A-L, and it's
okay.
like
It's okay. Large calorie is the energy we need to increase kilograms of water by. Very large calorie. It's also food calorie in units of food. There are several definitions of a K-Cal according to temperature. 1 second.
So, yeah. I mean, I got questions myself, y'all. like this is halfway new to me. So please ask questions. If you want to come on, please let me know. I will send you a link and bring you on and ask questions or anything like that. So um yeah, Ian, I sent the inbox to you,
Okay.
Ian.
What kind of a definition are you? Are you looking for a simple definition of what a kcal is? Who asked that question?
That was my question.
Are you asking me what a kcal is?
I'm asking you.
Yeah, it's the energy, the energy needed to increase the kilograms of water by 1 degree Celsius at pressure of 1 atmosphere. I don't think I'm on the right kcal, but it says large calories, also called food calorie, and is used as a unit of food energy. Which,
Huh.
yeah. So I mean, again, I wouldn't be too concerned about kcal or whatever. I'd be concerned about calories in versus calories out. That's
Right.
where we're starting today.
Right. Well, we welcome Brother Ian
Good
to the
evening. How you
show.
doing?
Is it Ian or Ian?
It's really Ian, but everybody just say Ian, so either one is good with me.
Okay, well, I'll call you Ian because I prefer to call you by the name that you have. Okay, your question is what now?
So, okay, so this current situation I'm going through right now. Within the last year, I was hit by a car, and I was in a state of paralysis. I was in quadriplegic state. So prior to that, I was eating a lot of protein. I was doing a lot of shakes, and I'm even still doing smoothies right now. But there's a lot of things that I'm not. And I was going to the gym. I was doing uh, daily exercise, going to the gym or whatnot to at least gain at least anywhere from 10 to 15 pounds because I've always been about 145 to 150. So I once gained a little body weight so that I could turn that into muscles. However, due to last year's incident, it left me in a quadriplegic state. However, I have received physical therapy as well as occupational therapy, and that has worked out very well. 99% mobility of my limbs have been restored. Didn't
Fantastic.
have any broken bones or brain damage in the whole ordeal. To God be the glory. And so uh, I'm just looking into the future. So when I am able to get back to that routine, because I love hiking, I love camping, I love doing a lot of outdoorsy things that I did before the incident. So I'm just looking into the future. So once I am able to go back to the gym, what uh, what uh, what advice could you give me as far as like uh, eating habits or some tips to help me gain weight so that I could turn to muscles? Again, I do apologize because this is foreign to me, so I'm trying to figure out how to construct the question.
You're doing fantastic, man.
You
It
know,
don't take much to put a question mark at the end of a sentence, man. You're doing good.
yeah. So that's what I was meaning. I'm just looking into the future to whereas I can get back to that place of having full functionality out of my limbs. How can I gain more? What steps can I take in order to gain weight? And you said my size. You said that's healthy for my size. 145 to 150. That's healthy for someone of my age and height.
Well, yeah, I mean, age doesn't really play a role in the BMI. The
Okay.
only thing that plays a role is your height versus your weight. And
Okay.
since a man the average man is 5'9",
Okay.
and I believe, yeah, 160 pounds, the average man.
And see
And,
that. Mhm.
oh, go ahead. So if
And
you're 5'8", think about
mhm.
it. If you're 5'8" and you're what again, weight wise?
About 145 to 150.
Yeah, man. I mean, you're pretty good, dude, as far as BMI. You know, I wouldn't honestly, I wouldn't really concern myself with BMI if I were you. I would, if you're, are you trying to pack on actual fat or are you trying to pack on muscle?
I I, I really want to put on a little fat so I can turn that fat into muscle because I feel like that I'm too skinny for my age and for my height.
Okay,
I
all right,
feel like that's just something personal. I feel.
okay. Well, I can tell you right now that the less active you are, remember calories in versus calories out. Right now, your metabolism plays a role in that as well. So eating foods that have healthy fats in them. For example, I just told her that coconut has natural fats. Avocados have natural fats, and if you want to have uh, high protein, then again, incorporate that in your meals closer to bed.
Mhm.
You see, I tell her if she wants to lose weight that she should not eat 4 hours prior to bed. So the opposite is true as well. I've helped people gain weight, and what they need to do is they need to have a lot more calorie intake versus calories out. So you need to eat a lot, my man. You eat a lot of protein, you know, and I'm not saying being healthy and go out and get fried chicken or
Yeah.
go out and get, you know, like lots of pastries and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I'm saying that you can still be healthy, eat baked foods. Um, red meats, I don't agree with them, but some people prefer them. But heavy meals before you go to bed and don't like stuff yourself, but
Mhm.
just eat closer to bed. And you'll find that over time, you're going to start naturally gaining weight. And really quickly too, especially the less you do and the more you put in, the more weight you're going to gain. If that's really what you want to do. And then when it's time to go to the gym, as long as you don't OD, you
Yeah.
should be able to, you know, hit the gym and go ahead and convert that and feed that to your muscles. And there should be no problem for you to start getting gains as long as you push yourself, but don't hurt yourself. You just came from a serious situation, my man, and like honestly, I think that's so fantastic that you have regained 99% of your mobility, and I just I'm very pleased to hear that, and that's one example of how the human being is extremely resilient, and we persevere through the most devastating odds. And you, my man, are a prime shining example of that. So you want to be, you know, for the first time around, man, just take it easy. You'll find yourself getting stronger and stronger. Then the reps are going to get easier and easier. Um, but don't stop eating high protein. You know,
Mhm.
don't stop consuming high protein. Um, but you can still incorporate vegetables and stuff like that. Cardio. You look like you have fast metabolism. So you look, you know, but again, how often do you eat right before bed?
um. How often? Probably at least twice. But you know what I normally do throughout the day, and I was sharing with Kristen all. Uh, Sometimes I eat a main course meal and I'll just snack throughout the day. So it varies sometimes. I'll just eat that one main course and then I'll just snack, even I'll snack before bed. So, you know,
Okay, okay. Well, I tell you what, man. A lot of people that lose weight are people that portion their food. You're trying to portion your food. Like I remember gaining weight because I ate larger portions.
okay.
Now, don't eat until you're stuffed. Just eat till you're not hungry. But you'll know if you know. Don't be scared to reach for seconds. And instead of eating snacks and stuff like that, those are empty calories. Sodas, chips, and stuff like that's empty calories.
Okay.
It contains no nutrients whatsoever. It will benefit you in it has very little benefits, if none, to your body. In fact, more harmful than good.
Well, what I mean by snacks is, yeah, and then that is true what you just said, because I know you have expertise in this knowledge. But what I meant as far as snacks, I'll normally eat like, say for instance, I probably eat like a sandwich or something, and I eat a banana, or I eat like some almonds or some blueberries, something of that nature, you know, before I
Okay.
go.
Okay, so you
Something,
just snack on things, like you snack
yeah,
on things.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. Well, the things that you're snacking on are extremely healthy and low in fat, except for the bread on that sandwich. Depending on what kind of sandwich you have, you're portioning out your meals, and when you portion out your meals with a guy with your metabolism, and you're gonna find that it's hard to gain weight.
Okay.
I found it hard to lose weight at one point in my life because of my excessive eating, like constantly eating, not snacking. Now, I'm not telling you to get unhealthy. What I'm saying is you're gonna have more calorie intake versus calorie out. Sometimes you might even find the foods you like, the healthiest versions of high protein foods that you like that you're not gonna struggle eating, and you become less active towards the end of the day. You know, take time to relax and enjoy your meal prior to bed. You got to eat prior to bed, and you know, my expertise, they just extend. It's what I know and what I've done with others. You know, I've helped a lot of people get gains in the gym and gain a lot of muscle mass. But as far as there's a whole bunch of things that you can eat to increase your muscle mass as far as protein is concerned. There is so much protein in the American diet. In American cuisine, there's so much protein. So you have your pick, man. But as long as it's not some unhealthy crap, dude, you know what I mean? Just yeah, man. Relax at the end of the day and don't snack. Eat meals. Eat hearty meals. You know, and yeah, man, that'll be a breeze, dude. That's gonna be a breeze gaining weight for you. You know. Plus, you're healing. You have your physical therapy and stuff. After physical therapy, eat, because now you're burning calories. You know what I mean? Eat. And when you're ready to hit that gym, as long as you don't overdo it,
yeah,
when you get to that gym, man, you're gonna have no problem feeding fat to those muscles, and you're naturally gonna get gains. And I'll even do another segment if whenever you're ready to go back to the gym, I'll literally do another segment so that I can teach you how to get gains as well and how to push yourself where you need to push yourself in certain areas.
okay.
You know, because I normally teach people how to lose weight, so I figured, you know, it's not as cut and dry as doing the opposite, but I'm pretty sure, you know, like eating before bed, I've done that too, man, and I've gained a lot of weight by doing that. So yeah, if it worked for me, it should work for you, no problem. Did that help you out?
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Absolutely, Ian.
Excuse me.
Can you talk about seasonings?
What's this now?
Can you talk about seasonings like salt and Mrs. Dash and all that kind of stuff? Go into.
Oh, well, yeah, Mrs. Dash is okay, is this for you or is this for Ian?
Just in general.
Okay, well, salt, a lot of salty foods make people retain water. Quick question: why do you think they put? Why look at a bottled water, right? Dasani, anything. I know a lot of Hershey based water. I got a water right here, but it baffles me why there's sodium in water.
I saw that before.
And what does sodium make you do?
It bloats up.
No. What does salt make you? What does salt make you do?
It kind of dries you out. It kind of
It
makes
dehydrates you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Makes you thirstier.
Oh, I see where you
Sodium in
go.
the
Okay.
water, so you drink
Right.
more.
Right. So it's a cash tactic.
Yeah, most can argue that it's, you know, it has something to do with filtration and minerals, but that's not what you find on the back. You find sodium in water.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so either way, whatever their intentions are, sodium makes you thirsty. You know, it makes you drink more, and you will retain more water weight by sodium intake, especially in your face area.
Mm-hmm.
So Mrs. Dash is something that is completely sodium free. They're starting to incorporate a lot of seasonings that have less sodium for people who like seasoning and they like flavor, but they don't want to retain water.
Right.
So you can find a lot of seasonings like Miss Dash. I'm pretty sure there's others. Miss Dash is my go-to. So I don't need to search anything else. I've got the seasoning of my life. So
some rosemary and tarragon.
What's that?
Some rosemary and some tarragon and stuff like bay leaves and all that stuff.
Right, those are that's a lot of natural seasonings and stuff. But I mean, like a seasoning where
But
it's
yeah,
jam packed with a bunch of flavor, like a plethora of choices that you can
yeah,
have different flavors, you know,
right,
and minus the salt, minus the adobo effect, minus
right,
the sazon effect, you know.
right.
And I'm half Puerto Rican, so you know my family, man, I get terrified when I watch them make that rice. It's like
Right?
endless, you know,
Yeah.
and heartburn afterwards.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, man, sodium. I'd stay away from sodium all around. It's just not even good for the heart. Uh, so yeah, we as Americans, we abuse that. We abuse it. We're sticklers for flavor. We want flavor in everything. We won't eat it unless it has tons and tons of flavor. We've been programmed to eat that way. So it's time to start appreciating the natural flavors that that nature has to offer. Because the more you do it, the more you'll find that the taste is so pure, it's so organic, and the less seasoning you use over time, you'll actually start to taste things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you don't need seasoning, you'll start to taste it. So we're also, you know, there's so many things you can do to lose weight, and getting rid of any high sodium products is definitely a good start. And much like you, Christine, if you're doing less moving around and you're drinking a lot more water, that's just going to add to the water weight. Calories in versus calories out.
Yeah. Can you explain difference between like air fry and fried and what do you call it, bake and broil, different things
Um,
going on with the food?
Again, air fry. It sounds good. It sounds nice. Oh, it's an air fryer. There's no grease in it, so now it's healthy. Maybe it's healthier than frying food, but you're still not getting that nutrients. You're cooking all the nutrients out of your food by frying it. Extreme amounts of heat.
Mm-hmm.
So again, you can go ahead and air fry your food, but you're depriving yourself of all the natural nutrients that the food has to offer your body. And you'll find that again, it tastes pretty good. It's probably quick and convenient, but you're destroying the opportunity to get some extreme nutrients. And same thing, like we discussed juicing and chewing your food. So that's the equivalent to swallowing your food whole. You know, that would be the equivalent to swallowing your food whole. You're not the stomach is not going to break down. You ever eat corn
Oh, and it comes out whole.
and it comes out corn?
Yeah.
Right? Because you know why? Because people don't chew their food. They don't chew, so the body took what it could, but the acids won't break down that shell, will they?
Right.
So it's
Exactly.
so the corn in your, I don't mean to be gross, but the corn in your stool still has like half a piece of corn in it. You know, it looks like somebody sprinkled some corn in it. You know what I mean? We're not chewing our foods. We're not getting any nutrients. Our eating habits need to change. Don't be a stickler for flavor. Not all the time. There's nothing wrong with liking flavor, but there's maple glaze. There's
Right.
there's a lot of things that you can still use that are great for the taste buds. And air fryer, like I said, man, it's quick, it's convenient, but there's no difference between using a regular, frying something regular, and using an air fryer. The only difference is you don't have that grease, that you know, those that fatty grease that's gonna clog up your arteries.
Mm-hmm.
And instead, it's slightly healthier, but you're not getting anything from it. You're not getting the extreme heat cooks it all out. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying? Bake
Yeah.
your food. You know, slow cooked food or raw foods. There's nothing wrong with eating a carrot. You know, there's nothing wrong with eating celery. In school and kindergarten, we used to do it all the time. We just slap some peanut butter right on that bad boy, or some celery, and that was the snack of the year.
And
You
some
know,
raisins.
kids don't got a problem with it. At least
Right.
the healthy ones don't. The ones that have a good upbringing.
Right. What's that called? Ants on a log?
Sure, yeah, with the little with raisins.
Yep.
And how good was that?
Actually, that was pretty good. I just can't stand
Delicious.
raisins now, but
Delicious. Right. So again, there's ways to, and there's ways to better the quality of life through eating healthy foods. The quality of your life is going to change for the better. You'll feel better. You'll look better. Your skin is more clear. You are clear in your mind.
Mm-hmm.
You want to do things. You become motivated, and all those things that seem hard over time, it's like, I want to do. That's so easy.
Right.
That's so easy to do. I can do that. I'm going like a whole bunch. I'm gonna be over here at 5 o'clock. I'm gonna be over here at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. By the time I get home, I feel like I done lived a whole week, and it's only been 3 days.
Right.
Getting stuff done, because I'm treating my body good, ignoring my desire to eat good tasting foods. Because again, I'd rather feel better than eat a whole bunch of crap that just tastes better.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
And I notice I have fatigue if I eat the crappy foods, like a lot of fatigue. So since I did eat the piece of chicken, even though I'm not a big breast fan or the white meat fan, I did do that last night, and actually I felt better in the stomach.
You did, didn't you?
It was a lighter, yeah, very light, and I could sit there and just take the chicken and just walk around the house and eat it. You know what I mean?
Imagine that, right?
So I was like, well, whatever. Just do Mrs. Dash and keep it moving. And I was telling people I had a funeral for the butter. I had to get rid of the butter. So
yeah, again, Christine, if you got to throw away a bunch of butter,
right, listen. Yeah, and I have to have gluten-free, like if I have breads or something, I have to have it gluten-free. So I just really rarely eat bread. That's not me. I'll eat a tortilla, or something, but a small tortilla. But I don't really have anything with it. It's just sitting there. But other than that, no. I did do a funeral. I got a lot of more funerals to do with all my food in the house now. So
go ahead and hold that funeral.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a long night.
A long night. It's gonna be a long month or so because I gotta, keep it.
You're gonna need a real big casket.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Real.
Put all that in that casket and bury it. Send it off.
Yep. Pretty much. I was like, what? I'm determined. After I told you, I said, listen, I'm sorry for bucking, but now it's okay. It is what it is.
Well, naturally, people don't like leaving their comfort zones. And since a lot of people are comfort eaters, that's like kicking a dude off the couch that spent most of his life on the couch. And you tell him to go mow the lawn, he's going to look at you like you're crazy.
Right.
Atrophied leg muscles. He ain't trying to do nothing.
Right.
It's going to be hard. But once he drags himself out in that sunlight and starts moving around a little bit, he starts to feel a little bit better.
Yep. Yeah.
And so, people get stuck in their comfort zones. Get out of your comfort zone. Check your cabinets. Are you really doing the things you should be doing to live a healthy life? And to those people that don't need to lose weight, you still need to eat healthy. Mm-hmm. Just because you don't gain weight or you don't gain weight quickly, or you don't appear to be unhealthy, you don't feel healthy inside. Right. You don't feel healthy inside. So you can apply, and that depends on how severe it is. If you're extremely overweight, and a lot of people don't want to admit that they're extremely overweight. So if you're extremely overweight and you're going to have to do a lot of changing. If you can't admit that to yourself, then you're that dude on the couch that don't want to go mow the lawn.
Right.
All right. You got stuck in your comfort zone, and there's where you'll stay. In your comfort zone, unbothered by opportunity, unbothered by a better quality of life. You're going to be, and it feels terrible not doing anything. Excuses galore. I can lay in my bed, and I can lay in my bed if I'm really tired. Mm-hmm. But how many times have you laid in your bed for so long that it starts to hurt? Right. You toss and you turn, and your body's like, let's go. Right? Right. That's like the body's kicking it into gear. It's like, let's do this. Yeah. People ignore that. Right. Huh? And I find that doing that, I had to learn that not because I'm doing it, but I have to be careful with the MS part of it.
not to lay. I have to keep moving some way. I can't lay because the muscles will get dormant. So I have
You'll
to
get
keep.
atrophied.
Yeah, like it sucks. But keeping it moving. So I like to go hike or something, even if it's like if I can't run up the mountain, I'll have to, slowly take the cane and do it, slowly. But I did it, 23 miles in 2 hours. But yeah, laying there will make your whole muscles go dormant and flat, and then you have to rebuild your muscles. So it's a lot harder. So it's just better to just keep moving a little bit at a time.
Just to do it. How many times you do something over and over again, it gets easier every time.
Right.
Gets easier every time.
Right.
So pay attention to your calorie in versus calories out. Calories in versus calories out.
Right.
That's how you really know where you should be at. Your BMI, all these things are a click away.
Yeah.
All these things are a click away. I can explain it to the best of my ability, but there are a bunch of points of view. Some people will jump on Google and they'll see the first thing that pops up and they'll chalk that down. They'll take that at face value. Oh, this is what it is. But then if you scroll up just a little more, you'll have a different point of view on that. And you scroll up a little bit more, you'll have another point of view on that. So all these points of views, like get a second, get a third opinion, get a fourth opinion. Find out if you're the only one. You understand that you're not the only one going through this. For those who try to lose weight or those trying to gain weight, it's always good, and I can't stress this enough. It's always good to have somebody in your life that is willing, that are willing to take that journey with you, because you can feed off each other's energy, and you can push each other when the other person feels like they just can't do it. That's when you step in and you push them. It's like a push, pull, give and take, right?
Right.
Same thing. Like you can inspire each other. I drew
a pond at some rocks. The rocks were the bad foods and what the ripple effect would be when throwing them in the pond.
Sure, very poetic, Miss Adams.
I like that idea.
Very poetic, very good. Yes, that can be used as an example. You start to compromise. You make compromises, and it gets worse, and it gets worse, and then it gets worse, and then before you know it, you're in a position where you don't even want to move. You don't want to do anything because you tell yourself, I've let myself get this bad. Why? What's the point?
Right.
What's the point? I'll tell you what the point is. The more out of shape you are, right?
Mm-hmm.
The stronger you become when you achieve that goal weight. It's not hard for somebody that's 30 pounds overweight to lose 30 pounds, right? They're like, oh man, I can do that. But imagine how a woman that loses 200 pounds feels about her self-esteem and about her ability to overcome adversity, right?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
So who what?
You see Ian or Ian? He's all in the kitchen. What you making?
Yeah, he set it up. He set it up nicely.
What you making?
You standing straight up, man. Good to see. Good to see, man. I can't hear you. You seem to be muted.
Oh, I'm just making some waffles. About to get some waffles and some bananas.
My man, go ahead and throw some peanut butter on that.
Thank you for that idea. I didn't even think about that. Thank you. Definitely gonna do that. Yeah, I'm just taking in all this information because this is new to me. I've always wondered, the in-depthness, and so now I'm just taking in all this information. I'm glad that for the live feed, I'm gaining a lot of information just sitting here listening to you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Good. That's definitely what I want. And just information is one thing. A friend of mine said the difference between knowledge and wisdom is that knowledge is information absorbed, right? Wisdom is information applied.
Yes,
Yep.
sir. Yes, sir. So
You know,
true. So true. Yes, sir.
so it's a process, man. So yeah, go ahead and apply that knowledge that you have now, and you'll have the wisdom to know that you, Ian, can do it.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. And that's what that's my goal is to attain all this knowledge and apply it for my benefit, and for the future, So,
Indeed, indeed, absolutely, and just stay on it, man. Stay on it. Consistency breeds results. I always say, consistency breeds results.
cool.
Stay
Yeah.
consistent.
All
Yes,
right,
sir.
look
Right.
at that. Look at that standing testimony for real. That is powerful. Like, I'm sorry, like he just has a powerful testimony.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that.
To
Yeah,
God.
man. I'll tell you what, man. If my life was a movie, I'd go see that movie 10 times.
Yes, sir.
You know. Well,
Yes,
Right.
pardon
sir.
me. I'm gonna go ahead and blow my nose again. I'll be right back.
Right.
I'm sorry, Kristen. I didn't realize that y'all saw everything that was in the kitchen, but I was
No,
just
you're
sitting here. I was absorbing the information, and I do thank you for allowing me to come on because
yeah.
I want to
Anytime.
I want to understand some in depthness of the subject matter that you all were discussing earlier. I know I came on a little bit late, but um,
It's all good.
just for the bit of time I've been here, I've received a lot of information.
Yeah, we appreciate you a lot.
Yeah,
And
yesterday I didn't mean to cut you off. I was in service, and the power of God was moving, and First Lady began to minister to me, and I'll share this with you later. But
it's okay.
yeah, I'll share that.
What's that now?
No, I was just telling Chris now that I was really enjoying the intake of the information of the knowledge that you was giving out, and and just sharing a little going into that. I couldn't move my hands. I couldn't. My hands for about a year has been like this. I couldn't open it, but yesterday I was able to open this right hand. I'm right-handed dominant, and I'm able to at least open it for the most part, and I can lift it higher than I could before. I'm still dealing with because it's due to a spinal cord injury, and
Uh-huh.
so I'm able to do a lot of things, that I couldn't do before. That's what I was sharing with Kristen all while you were offline. That's what I was sharing with her.
Yeah, man. That too. That's a beautiful testimony. And
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
you do realize that it makes you a multi-dimensional. We're all multi-dimensional anyway, but what it does is it expands your consciousness, Ian, because now you have the perspective of when you're born into this world, you're born into a world of limitations, right? That's all we know as human beings is limitations. Okay. So we have to persevere. That's like our number one thing is to persevere. But now that you were in a position where there was extreme limitation, dude, you have a superpower now. You understand? Because a lot of people what a lot of people take for granted, you now see you see it through a brand new lens. So you have a more spherical point of view than somebody who just went through life not appreciating their mobility, not appreciating what it means to just be able to get up and walk and go to the bathroom, right? So you have a broader point of view. You expanded your consciousness, persevered because you understood that in this extreme limitation, I'm resilient and I can do it. And now here you are, and your hands are almost a hundo. You know what I mean? So like every time you open a jar, you're gonna do that. It's gonna be a hundo when you open that jar. You see life through a different lens, like somebody who knows when they're gonna die. All of a sudden, food tastes different. The sky is a little bit bluer, right? Things start to become beautiful because they know there's a limited time, and then they end up living, right? So yeah, man. I mean, a blessing in disguise. You know what I'm saying? And you're a humble soul. You're a humble man. And I gotta add, man, that I'm very proud to see a black man persevere through all that. You know what I mean? After all the things that, and I don't want to get off track, but you know as well as I do that there are certain things that are perceived in the Black community. We perceive ourselves as limited. You know what I mean? But we have equal opportunity here to expand our consciousness. Nobody's stopping you from doing that. They might pull you over and stop you from getting to where you're trying to go. You know, they can try to stop you from whatever they try to stop you from based on your melanin. But what they can't do is they can't stop you from persevering. The more pressure they put on you, Ian, the more diamond-like you become. You understand? You're a gem, dude, and that's awesome. Keep up the good work, man. Honestly, keep it up. Don't let after this ordeal, man, that can't nothing stop you. You understand me? Nada. Right? My man. Absolutely.
I appreciate that, sir. And yeah, that's been my goal, just to get back to normal, get back to life, you know. When I was in the hospital, and I'm not trying to get off on the subject matter that's at hand, but when I was in the hospital, all I could say was, I got to get back out to camp, and I got to get back walking. I got to get back to my daily routine before this accident. That was my mindset. I got to get back to what I'm used to, you know, traveling and spending time with family and going to church and just enjoying life. You know, this has definitely changed me. My perspective, like you said earlier, you were saying just the small little things, just taking your legs and your feet for, you know, not taking, you know, small things, just taking it for granted. Now that you've been through this experience, you can really appreciate it a whole lot better. And in this process, I have been appreciating just the small little things. And it's like, wow. Again, you do see you do see it from a clear lens, excuse. So, but that has been my goal, to get back to where I was before, and you know, and just to, uh, yeah, and it's important to have. I'm glad I have a strong faith and a strong family support system. And a lot of my families, they have been, uh, well, the majority of my family has been very supportive and encouraging. Even when I didn't, you know, feel like it, they still encouraged me to do a little something on my own to help push me to that point, to whereas I want to go that little extra farther mile. You see what I'm saying? And so that plays a big part on it too, because your psychology, I mean, is what, you know. So yeah, I just want to just piggyback off what you said, because that is
Oh
true.
no, man. Hey, it's well received. It's well received because your testimony is going to help out a lot of people, man. That are in woe is me mode because they stubbed their toe. You
Right.
know, like you know, I have my boss. Well, I'm waiting on this raise, and my boss doesn't appreciate me. And here you have somebody again who was in a car accident, and you were completely demobilized in every sense of the word. It kind of makes your stub toe look kind of weak. You know what I mean? Somebody stubbed their toe. They ain't worried about their toe now. They look at you like, man. And here you are, about to spread some peanut butter on your waffles.
Right.
Because
And
you
this
know
is
what I mean?
all within a year. Come
Yeah,
on
because
now.
right.
Like,
You're trying to you want to get better and
like,
better and better and better. And that's the whole goal, is to become the best version of yourself that you can become within this walk of life. It's the number one question. We are the question, Ian. When you're a little baby, when you're around kids, what's the number one thing you hear that come out their mouths?
Oh wow. Oh.
It's okay. I'm gonna answer that for you, man.
Okay.
What is this? What is that? Why? Right? Non-stop. And somewhere along the line, somebody told you to stop saying why and stop asking questions. But why? Why stop asking questions?
mm-hmm.
You understand? And like now we're getting to a point where these live streams, and we got gentlemen like yourself that come on, and you're saying, well, why not? Why not walk again after I was hit by a car? Why not open my own jar of peanut butter instead of the nurse? You know what I mean? Why not want to go to the gym as soon as I'm a hundo? Because you're thinking in your mind, yo, I'm gonna be a hundo, and I'm trying to set up for a future event that I know it exists. You understand? The why is what gets you there. Why not? Yeah, man.
What is your why?
What is my why? Win.
When?
That's my why. Win. 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 Oh God, that's a broad question / answer. Win.
When? Well, when?
When will I be able to do this? I mean, I know it's kind of every
What
little
sounds
bit.
more empowering, Ian? Ian, which word sounds more empowering? When or will?
I'm sorry, say that quick.
Which of those two words sound more empowering? When you say that, when you say when versus will, right? Or like, when will I be able to walk again? When this, when that, or I will walk again, right? Not necessarily what is your why. See, why just gets you to the answer. The why comes before the answer, you know? The why is just a start. That's the question we need to start asking. But eventually it's going to be will or have done it or done, you know? That's the point. Yeah, man. You know? Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. No doubt.
Indeed. Also, I also have been using the tools to help with self-awareness. Self-challenge. Self-awareness, Yvonne Adams, indeed. We need to practice being more self-aware. Aware of what we're telling ourselves, aware of how we're presenting ourselves to others, and aware of our actions. I couldn't agree more. Self-awareness is another thing that modern day folk could stand to start practicing and start taking into consideration, because we live in a world where everybody's good at coming up with all the things that are wrong with it. My life is this, or this is something's wrong. My diet, I'm to this, I'm to that. You know, I got a job. I can't. I mean, I can't say this enough. I think I even said it before, but we need to start asking questions about like finding answers. We need to start focusing on finding answers instead of asking questions. That's what I wanted to say. Actually, I'm a little groggy today, but so I'm struggling to get my sentences out in a coherent way. But yes, finding more solutions instead of finding problems, because finding problems, it only helps you pinpoint what's wrong. But finding a problem without the solution is pointless. It's just pointless. You know, we've all had people in our lives that can point out everything they feel is wrong with us, or everything they feel is wrong with themselves. But finding that solution, like you are, and finding out what you can do to better yourself and become the best version of yourself, health wise, eating wise, gym wise, whatever you're doing, spiritually, knowledge, is going to get you the answers that you desire. And so this is the first step. Health and fitness. Okay, that's mine. All right, that's my banner again, right?
I got you.
Yeah. So, man, it's been a pleasure it's been a pleasure talking to you. And I gotta say, you've been an inspiration. And Christine, as always, she's always an inspiration to me and to those around her. So this is definitely something I plan on getting deeper into. Right now, we're just kind of it's a crapshoot. So it's up in the air, man. Somebody asked me a question again, they get LUXX's answer. But if somebody wants that Wikipedia answer, I'm gonna have to dig a little deeper and start doing more studying and free up some time in my week so that I can get more legit answers for people.
Right.
Not saying that these aren't legit, but they're more, I guess, they're more subjective, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
So, but based off of fact as well. Why? Because I've done it. How's that, right? Why? Because I've done it. I've seen it happen. I've helped people lose weight, and I've helped people put on weight. But more or less, I've helped people lose weight. So yeah. And if you want, you can check out my Instagram, LUXX Beach Bod, and I have all types of different. I just started a workout today, teaching people how to properly use the perfect push-ups, because it's a very popular item, and I use it myself. I've been using it for years, and I definitely sculpted the chest that I want. And the good thing is, it's an exercise you can use from your knees, and you can use it from a regular plank position, and you can also elevate your feet and use it for your upper part of your chest. But it gives you that bread loaf look that you want. So if anybody wants tips on how to properly use the perfect push-ups, I'm going to be posting that later on today. But yeah, man, it's been a pleasure. I got a couple things I got to do, but it's been wonderful talking to you guys. I think Ian froze up.
I think so too.
He froze up. Christine, is there anything else you want to ask me?
No, actually, I think we'll go on with whatever is next week's topic. Which, do you have any idea what kind of topic you're going to talk about next week, or
The kind of
still,
topic?
yeah, or is it still a surprise?
No, I mean I'll put something out there. I would like to discuss motivation,
Mm-hmm.
getting your mind prepared, because this is all pointless. It's all pointless if nobody's mentally prepared. I'm always going to say it. We need to start we need to start pinpointing why people are the way they are. If you call in and you have a health question, let's start with what is the root of your health question? What is the root of why do you feel like you need to lose fat? What got you there? Why do you feel like you need to gain weight? You know, what got you there? What got you to that point and then once we can pinpoint that, that's right, Robin Brown, you need to prepare your mind. It's a mental thing. You can buy. How many times, Miss Robin, did you see somebody go out to Walmart and get all this gym equipment? It feels good. Let me get these cute leggings to match my little top right here, and these Reeboks is lit, you know. Let me put these Reeboks on real quick. And you looking real ready for the gym, and I got this treadmill, and then you come over, and the treadmill is a coat rack.
Okay, right.
Or that new membership hasn't been used since the day you got it.
Right. She's.
Uh-huh.
I did it too.
I second that. I'm not exempt either, but it took self-awareness for me to figure it out and admitting to myself that I've done the same things, but my state of mind changed. My state of mind changed. I decided to myself that this cannot continue to happen because I'm draining my energy. So something has to change. If I don't continue to do this, I'll always fall back on my face.
Right.
Right. Lifestyle change. Inside, then out. And you feel inside that you want to be better, the outside will follow. Example, reality works this way. For anybody trying to figure out or is waiting, anybody out there that's waiting for an answer, that's not how reality works. When you look in the mirror, right?
Right.
And you see your reflection, which one of those do you have to smile first in order for your reflection to smile back, right? Or you gonna sit there and wait for your reflection to smile while you got the stone face? Because it ain't gonna happen.
Right.
You got to smile first. And the reality is the same thing happens. And yes, a lot of people, Jesus does have the words of Yeshua, but that's definitely for another segment. But definitely keep that in mind as well. If that's what keeps you going and that's what spiritually motivates you, then you go ahead and do that. But I just had a talk with her, and I said people need to understand that waiting on Jesus or waiting on God to do something for you, or referring to it as God will do this for me and God will do that for me, and God's going to put this in my face and put this fit body in my face, or what happens when you fail? Who do you blame? Do you blame yourself, or Christine?
You blame God.
You blame God. So technically, no, It's all up to you. It's all up to you. Change the way you think, change the way you feel inside, do the inner work that you need to do before you even step foot into Planet Fitness. And once you walk in there feeling really good about yourself, can't nobody stop you. You couldn't stop if you wanted to. And you start to see quick results and nobody's stopping you. You feel great. You look great. You feel you're young. You
Right.
know?
Right. Do you ladies have any? I know you just came on, so you have any questions about health, fitness, or whatever for Coach LUXX while we're still on?
What's that little
That's what I think is a running
somebody
man.
jogging?
Yeah.
Is that you, Robin Brown? That's you jogging?
Oh, we love you,
that
Robin.
should be my logo. Somebody
Right.
on the go. Go get it.
Right.
Go get it. You want that, go get it. You want that beach body, you go get that beach body. People that get liposuction, they put the fat back on. Why? Because they didn't actually change inside. You're going to put that fat back on because you did it the easy way.
Right.
You thought it was going to be easy. So you got all that terrible procedure done. So you got all that fat sucked out of you. But you still got the same eating habits.
Right. She's still running.
She's still running.
Hey, get it.
Get it.
Get
Right?
it in.
Get it. Yes.
She said, I'm too old for that.
Too old for that. No. You read the Bible, don't you? You read the Bible. Was Moses too old to walk across that desert? Workout is good, but shouldn't change your eating habits.
We actually talked about that kind of earlier with the eating.
Workout is good, but shouldn't change.
Should you change your eating habits?
Oh, of course you should. Absolutely. You're trying. Okay, well, I can either try to go open my front door or I can do it. But which one is going to breed results?
I'm going to open it.
I'm going to open that thing, right? Because I tried to pick up the chair, but I still didn't pick up the chair. So instead of telling yourself I'm trying, I'm already there. I'm there. It's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But yes, trying is better than I won't. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's for sure. Trying is definitely better than I won't. I won't knock that.
Right.
But get it done, ladies. Get it done because you can do it. You can do it. Start telling yourself, I can do it.
Right.
And don't beat yourself up when you fall. Don't beat yourself up if you slip up. Pick yourself back up and keep going. No excuses, because excuses got you to where you are right now. If you feel that you need to improve in something, that means that you feel you can do it better. You can be better. And you can.
Right.
It's just that simple.
Listen, I'm going to be right there with you. At
Okay,
least you're doing it.
Yep, I'd rather see you out there running with an oxygen tank, rolling that thing, sparking down the street.
Okay.
Doing it. You know what I mean? Doing it.
Right. I've got some patients that are on oxygen and they don't run. So that you doing better than what they doing.
Right.
Yeah.
And for those people who are afraid of running, don't overdo it. If you're not a runner and you're not used to running, go out and do a speed walk. Regular walking, I can assure you, again, you're in it for the long haul. If you're trying to lose weight, you better have a great diet, because people walk around all the time that are overweight. There's no change after a year. They got to have a job, but they got to walk around, but there's no change. You have to increase your heart rate. So do your little speed walk first, and you'll find that it won't always be hard. You'll find that a week later, you're going to want to pick up the pace because it's too easy. That's how it works. You start out, I'm out of breath.
She's a mess.
You out of breath. Just think about it. So you lost before you started, Miss Brown. You lost before you started. You might as well hang up them Reeboks. Don't think about it being difficult, because you set yourself up for failure. All you need to tell yourself is that I love this. Lie to yourself if you have to, because it'll start to come true.
Right.
I love this. You know, every time I go to the gym now, I actually love it. I really do. I can't live without working out. It makes me feel so good inside. It makes me feel so accomplished. And guess what? I earn my sleep, and I sleep like a rock. I do. I earn my sleep. I earn my meals. I can look in the mirror and be satisfied because I put in the work, and now I don't have to say that this is hard. It's very easy.
Right.
Right. Lie to me, lie to the world, but don't lie to yourself. What about having
with that one? I have
Okay, that's Demora Wallace. That's a special situation that I've been talking to Christina about. That those are particular situations that if we can go into depth with it, or you can bring that up on another segment. Be honest with me and be honest and absorb what your doctors have been telling you, and we can work around that. There's always ways to work around it. It is, you know what's impossible? Impossible. There's nothing that's impossible. That's the only thing that's impossible is an impossibility.
Can I add something to that?
Oh, go ahead.
The impossible word, if you look at the word, I am are the first two letters. So separate those two letters. It says I am possible. So right. That's what I always think when I say impossible.
Right. Wow. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. I can apply that to my teachings as well. Very good, Christine. Very inspirational.
I have sciatica pain as well. So something I learned with the juicing is the actual potato, juicing a potato versus baking it or broiling it or whatever. Like juicing it raw actually helps with the it has more nutrients and all that stuff in there. And then just putting like one potato, you can't do all of it, but it actually helps with the pain.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's something I'm not familiar with, but
yeah, when I'm still juicing and everything, but I have learned different things to juice and what the qualities and what to put together and all that kind of stuff. And you can't drink it all day long, but different instead of drinking, like I do cabbage and a potato and then a tomato, you know what I mean? And then that actually benefits. But the potato, I was very, very shocked on that. So I don't like to eat potatoes that are cooked now. Now I'll just juice 1 or 2 potatoes maybe. And then that'll be my day. And it actually has been helping. So yeah, like these are little things that I've been learning. So that, I mean, if you want to check up on that, that's great. But like, that's something I learned on my own, trying to figure out my pain and issues.
You took the initiative and now you know, right? And all you got to do is learn something once.
Yep. And I learned that.
Learn it again. Then
right. I learned that yellow bananas contain a lot of sugar. The green bananas are when you want to eat them because they contain all the nutrients. Huh?
Toma plátano.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And so yeah, the green ones, even though that they taste weird, but that's where all the nutrients come from. So because I always got jacked up by bananas, so now I know I don't choose yellow bananas. I eat the green ones. Like.
Miss, definitely, I couldn't agree more, Christine. And for Robin Brown, I would be honored to be a guest on your show. And definitely get a hold of Christine. She's very close with me, and we can set something up as soon as I can squeeze something into my IT. So I'll be honored. Absolutely.
Yeah. These little things: blueberries, raspberries. All the berries are very good for you. I had to stop apples because it was unhealthy for me, so me personally, because it was just the sugar part of it, but unfortunately, because that was something I had to learn was the flat rate of everybody saying all these foods are healthy, for everybody. I had to really learn foods that harm and foods that heal. Like I had to look into my diseases and then eat what my disease needs, in order to help instead of just going a flat rate. So it's been a journey. And then he came along. I was like, thank God somebody can help. Doctors weren't helping, nothing. I was crying literally. And so it was bad. So so he's just confirming and my accountability.
Yes, accountability. And you and I, Christina, we have a plan.
Yeah,
we're going to stick to that plan.
And it's been working.
Yes.
He knows what he's talking about.
How about those affirmations? How about that? Yes. What have you been telling yourself?
I've actually been more on the route of telling myself I am worthy. Sometimes I don't say that, but I'll be honest. But it has been working. I'm worthy enough to be. Um,
Are you aware of those times you don't say that? Are you
yeah,
practicing self-awareness? You're aware of it?
I really am. And that's probably why I say sorry a lot to a lot of things. But I had to learn how to be self-aware because when I was mentally ill, that was hard to see, but I had to actually learn how to be self-aware on when I go nuts, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs at one point. So now I'm able to cope and do whatever I have to do because that was one I was always told I wasn't worthy, I wasn't
Right.
smart, I wasn't nothing. So I had to really actually physically tell my own self. So like,
You said you say sorry a lot.
I do. I did.
Why? You're not a sorry person. Are you
I
a
know.
sorry human being?
Right. Like no. These are now I'm okay. I'm okay-ish. But back then it was like really a lot,
Back then?
Yeah, because the abuse and all that stuff. So I was always trying to make sure everybody was okay. And then I'd forget about myself. You know what I mean? And then I'd suffer in the end. So now it's like, listen, like what I do, and it's just between me and God, you know what I mean, or whatever, and whoever the person is that He places in my life to help me. But yeah, no, I can't. Now I will humble myself out, and if I'm convicted, when I'm convicted, I will say I'm sorry. You know what I mean? But
Well, you're not sorry, and you shouldn't. Well, I don't want to say shouldn't because it's your choice, but you can apologize,
right,
right? But
yeah,
you're not a sorry person, so why be sorry? Because words are powerful.
yeah,
Self-awareness. Be aware of what's coming out of your mouth because they're powerful. You might mean something, but when you hear "I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry" all the time, in your subconscious, how many times do we associate sorry with people with pathetic,
mm,
right? So you don't mean pathetic when you say it, but subconscious picks that up. You
right.
see?
Yeah, it got. You know what? I got so sick and tired of hearing myself say sorry to God.
Uh-huh.
I had like I was like, you know what? I'm done. Because every time I say sorry on a certain subject or whatever I was going through at that moment, and I kept on doing it and doing it and doing it. So I was like, all right, I'm even sick and tired of hearing my own self. I'm pretty sure He's sick and tired of me hearing, you know what I mean, doing it and then or saying sorry and then going back to what it was. So um so I was like, all right, I'm done with excuses. Like I'm done. Like so that's why I give myself 5 minutes to grieve, do whatever I gotta do because it is what it is. I'm human. And then I move forward. I have no time for any of that, but I am self-aware within those 5 minutes. I try to get all those thoughts back together and then be like, all right, what's the solution? Let's move on with the vision. We ain't got this to do. And not let something come into my brain or into my spirit saying, "Oh well, you need, I can't give that time to the enemy for real." Like, so now I stop. I say I apologize to God, but I don't apologize and then do it again and again and again. I'm like, look, so I apologize. I recognize it. Please make it, please make it so simple where I can't mess up. You know what I mean, or whatever. I still want to go to heaven. Like,
How omnipotent do you think you? How omnipotent do you think that God is? Right. I mean, we're gonna go. Let's go in that direction. How omnipotent do you think? Because if He's omnipotent and sovereign, right?
mm-hmm,
Why do you feel like He needs your sorry? If let's go ahead and call it something out again, because people refer to God as something separate from themselves,
mm-hmm,
right? Separate, like He's tired of hearing me. But honestly, the very thing that created the earth and all of this in hundreds of thousands of years is tired of you saying sorry in one measly lifetime, or tired at all. What you're doing is you're associating human you understand, human behavior with something so omnipotent that it's beyond your understanding, which is why it
right,
says lean not on your own three-dimensional understanding of things,
right,
right? So saying I'm sorry is you're not it's strongly associated with guilt, right? And you're
mm-hmm,
not a sorry person. And if I was omnipotent, I wouldn't require your sorry to be omnipotent. It would not be a requirement of me, especially if you're made in my image. Why would I need your sorry? What I need is results. I would want to see the acceleration and the expansion of the consciousness that I created. That's it. That's all, you know.
Right.
Why? Remember?
Mm-hmm.
So again, that all falls into how, you know, we put our point of view, our three-dimensional human point of view on something so omnipotent that we just can't even begin to grasp the concept of it. We don't have a high enough point of view to even have an opinion about it. If you take a caveman and you set him outside of Walmart, he's going to start worshiping the shopping carts.
Right.
You understand? Can't even begin to fathom what that is. Doesn't have the expansion yet. So we're trying to say this is what it means. This is what it means. This, instead of really like taking into consideration the omnipotence of it all. This allows us to take accountability for everything. Our weight, our lifestyle, food intake, behavior, right?
Mm-hmm.
Actions, all these things. It helps us take into, we have to learn accountability and stop humanizing an omnipotent. You understand? We need to stop humanizing that, because then it's almost like saying sorry to your ex or sorry to somebody, you know, and you feel guilty. And sovereign ain't like that. It's 100% self-sustaining. 100% doesn't need praise or worship to know that he's the ish. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't. But it's good because you're showing thanks. You're paying homage and you're showing thanks. And that can be, I'd love that, you know. Wow, look at this beautiful creation and how, you know, how everything is just working in unison, in tandem. But that's for another subject. That's why I keep throwing in eating habits and weight. And you understand?
Right. Well, he is the creator of it all, so like that's and he did provide it all, like the natural.
So would you think that something that is so perfect would make a mistake?
No.
No. Something so perfect made a mistake and needs his creation to apologize? Everything you do in life, you're responsible for. And the other things that seem to be out of your control, well, guess what you're still responsible for? How you choose to decipher that, or how you choose to bounce back. Because variables happen. We all know that, right? Variables happen. But it's, again, the accountability is all you. It's all you. No free will is ever interfered with. The free will is yours. Responsibility is yours. Yours alone. If you're the one that feels like you're sorry and you need to apologize, then guess whose fault that is? Yours. Because apologies don't change things, do they? It's your actions that do.
Right.
Don't apologize for being a lazy person or being a nasty person to somebody at work, or, you know, or overeating, right? Don't apologize, because that doesn't breed results. Be consistent about taking accountability, and you'll have your results. You calling me every day and finding out better ways to live, and us figuring this out together, you are taking responsibility for change. You understand? That is all Christina. That's all you. Pat yourself on the back. It's okay. It's okay, Christina. You are worthy. There's nothing wrong with loving yourself. Nothing wrong at all. If the omnipotent one made you, why wouldn't you love yourself? Right? It all works in tandem, man. That's the questions you got to ask yourself. That's all.
Right.
You know? You got this, girl. You got this. For real. You got this. You do. You don't need to wait, because, again, free will is something you have. something you have. Okay. Yeah. Make sense?
Yep. Complete.
All right. If not, we can always agree to disagree. I ain't mad at you.
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
But your ability to listen is just fantastic, man. I tell you what, you are a rare specimen, you know. And I'm very honored to just have these conversations with you, like two adults. And you definitely, again, you have a bright future as well. So, and it all starts from here. Don't worry about the past and what you did in the past. You can only go from this point forward. You can't go back. You can only go from this point forward, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why think about a moment that doesn't exist and that you can't revisit anymore?
Right. I guess that's holding on to my weight. So every little thing that I hold on to, I guess I'll lose that pound.
That's right.
Once I let it go.
That's right. So what are we doing? No more. If you're not exerting enough energy,
right,
you're not taking in. You're not going to be taking in those extra calories. All right.
Right. Yeah.
We're working on the water weight, aren't we?
Yep.
Right. Because you're just at a phase. That's it. It's just one version of you. What's that?
No, it's just I was thinking about the years, the struggle. It's been a mess. I'm just glad it's starting to be over. You know what I mean? Like I kept on telling people, listen, my life right now, well, I felt like a big ball of Christmas lights with the lights on, but nobody was able to untangle them. So with everything going on, so now it's finally everything's starting to finally untangle and being put on properly.
Fantastic. Let's peel back them layers.
Yep.
Right. Let's. Right.
Yep.
Look what we're doing. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
No, go ahead.
Also, look what we're doing. We're doing the inner work, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
It's not just all about weight, and it's not all about diet. Because if your mind isn't here, then what's the point? You know?
Right.
We're doing like the inner work, man. This is some powerful stuff here. So,
Mindset Monday.
Would you say Bicep Monday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Get that mindset going.
Mindset. There you go. Yeah. Is that a flower in your hair?
Yeah.
That's a nice touch.
It matches my whole orange suit. Like it's a whole Polynesian outfit.
I was just gonna say, yeah, that brings out the Polynesian in you. You
know? Yep.
Yeah, man.
Background.
With the eagle and all that, I gotta get my background popping.
This is a real eagle. I did meet him, so it's part of my photography. I wanted to capture his attitude, what he was feeling versus the actual bird itself. So that's literally how he's feeling. He wasn't happy that day. I could feel it. He wasn't happy just being what do you call it? He wasn't really being paid much mind, you know what I mean? But I don't know. He just had a lot of issues going on. So he meant a lot. And this is when I first started photography, literally a couple years ago. I self-taught.
What's that you sipping on?
This is water with some, I don't know, matcha ceremony, like organic Japanese tea.
Go ahead and flip that around. Look at the chart. What's the sodium level say?
It doesn't say.
It doesn't have a chart on it?
Mm-mm. No, it's just it's green. It's just a little thing. I threw away the box a while ago.
It's probably like a green tea, right? That's what it looks like a green tea. Yeah, that's my favorite. I love green tea.
Yeah. I have a lot of that stuff. I have a lot of teas. I drink teas. Mm-hmm. I just got some turmeric tea, and I drink a lot of water. Water is my thing. If I drink milk, it's coconut milk, and it's like 1 cup. You know what I mean? And it's very rare that I drink milk. The coconut seems to be the one thing that I can actually go with everything, from putting it as the oil. I eat it as a chip instead of eating chips. I found at Costco some chips, or dried coconut or whatever, and I just eat a couple of those, it takes away the craving.
Well, you know what? We're gonna cover some of that. I'm gonna get a hold of you later today if I get time. I'm trying my best to respond, but we're gonna cover some of that, and we'll go over what you can do for the next couple of days, because I think we only covered one day.
3.
So we're gonna have to 3. Okay, so we're on it then. Good. That gives me a little cushion, but it still needs to be discussed. So I think that would be great. That'd be wonderful. And I again, you know, I had a great time, Christina. This has been wonderful. Rapping about health and what you can do with a mind state, protein, all that good stuff. And next time we're gonna cover the mind state in more depth. Getting yourself mentally prepared. I don't think we really had a chance to cover it today. It was more about BMI. So next time we can cover the mind state, what you can do to change it. Affirmations.
All right.
Affirmations. All right. This is very important. That's another thing I want to cover is affirmations. Okay. There are plenty of things you can do with audio. They're available on YouTube. And there's all kinds of, all the way from good affirmations to the most ridiculous affirmations you've ever seen. But what it does is it repeatedly whispers in your ear in a number of voices, all simultaneously, positive, empowering things throughout your nightly sleep. And your subconscious grasps hold of that. I've tried them before, and amazing things have happened to me. Amazing things.
I love the affirmations. Like in the gym, when I was going to the gym before I got kicked out with the doctors. So when is the next sessions of the live feed? We're gonna try to stay with Mondays. Ian. But yeah, the gym, I usually have like some kind of, I'll have to send you what I was listening to at one point.
The next session Monday?
Yeah, if that's up to you.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That sounds good.
We'll just keep it on the mindset.
That's cool. Yeah. And it doesn't, you know, we're not bound to that, you know, but that'll be like the primary thing we'll discuss. And yeah, man, I'm looking forward to you know, busting it up with you, Ian, and keep up the good work. Keep spreading that peanut butter on your waffles, man. And make sure, again, you consume more before you go to bed. And instead of eating small portions, maybe try to eat like a meal, you know, a couple meals throughout the day. But my laptop is getting low, so I'm going to have to make my exit. But yeah, hopefully you guys join us. The commenters, I hope to see you as well. I would love to have a discussion with you. You brought us some really good points, and I think we can have fun getting better together. Let's get better as people, you know. And again, once again, thanks for having me.
Yes. Thank you for being on. And yeah, we expect y'all to come on sometime, you know, have a chit chat and whatnot. Get your questions, your friends, all of that, and just hit us up on Oil Runners Broadcast, or whoever has my personal that can go on my personal. But the information's on the bottom of the page, just going down throughout the whole video. So we thank you, Coach, and we will definitely have another session.
Indeed, and I won't be under the weather next time, so I'll be a lot more outspoken. But yeah, I'm gonna actually get a couple things done, and I just cannot wait to get a nap and treat my body good. But you have a wonderful day, Christine, and I'll talk to you later.
Yes, sir.
To the viewers, thanks for tuning in.
Amen.